Welcome to QA Crunch. This is Roshan Zavi. In this video, we're going to see how to handle the Excels, how to read and write Excels using Apache Poi in Selenium WebDriver. So let's see how to do practically, and let me show you how the functionality works. Okay. So if you see for Excel, the Selenium doesn't has the feature to interact with Excel directly. It needs to be interacted using a interface. It is called as the interface has been provided by the Apache Poi. Okay, here it has a set of libraries. We have a set of jars placed in place, and we need to download those jars, and it need to be configured to our project. Then it will be giving you the bridge between your code and your Excel, so that you can achieve any kind of operations like read or write, or you can take any number of counts of rows and columns. You can iterate, you can do any kind of operation by using this Apache Poi. So to download it, I have already downloaded this Apache Poi jars, and I have placed those in my Google Drive. I have the link here, and also I have placed this link in the description section of this video below, so you can use this link to download the jars. So the jars will be looking like this. Once you download, it will be in your compressed file will be received, and you need to unzip it. You will be seeing like this. These are all the different jars present in it, and as you know, we need to go to the project, and it need to be configured under that particular project. So let me show you how to do that. So go to this training. This is the project name I'm having. Right click on that and go to the build path, and then click this configure build path, and you need to select this external jars, and it takes you to the folder, and you need to land to the folder where you have downloaded the jars, and select all the jars which I have specified in the drive, and it will comes here. So once this is done, you can see the jars will be successfully comes under this reference libraries. Okay then. So this is the initial setup for Apache Poi in the project. Okay, now coming to the Excel. Before going to this Excel, let me tell you how the Excel behaves. Okay, how you would have seen lot of Excels. Let me give you the simple example here. So this is the Excel sheet. You'd have created some Excels in your in your school days or college days. Okay, in the same way, this is the thing which is given by the Word. Okay, Microsoft, it comes with the Microsoft, and how the structure looks is, you can see here. First, the Excel will be stored in a local. Okay, then it will be in a local. It has a specified path, and it will be placed or saved in a particular location. Assume some location, some path is that. After that, you have a workbook under that. Once you open the let me show you first to create. So you can see here a blank workbook. So each Excel has a workbook under it. So hierarchy will be like this. Under Excel, this is the path, Excel path. We have a workbook. Under the workbook, we have a number of sheets. Here see sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. So you can have n number of sheets. Under the sheets, you will be having rows and columns. So this is nothing but which gives you the cell value. So our aim is to get this cell value, and we can use this in a cell value in any of our program. So we need to first locate that Excel, and then we need to find which is the workspace workbook. Okay, and then we need to land to the particular sheet, and then we need to give the rows and columns, and we can get the cells. So based on this, we need to code it. Okay, now coming to this coding part, already I have a code in my Eclipse. Okay, I will share this code in my blog. You can just copy paste and you can try it out. It presents in a qecringe.in blog. Okay, first I have written a method for reading the Excel. Reading the Excel in the sense I want to get the values from the Excel. So I will be creating here the Excel. Before this I will be going to this project. I need to click on the new, and I have created a new folder. I have given as a data, so it creates me the data folder. Under the data I have created a Excel file as test data. Okay, in Excel we have different formats like XLSX, XLS and CSV. So we have different types of formats. I'm going to talk about XLSX. Since this is the latest format I will be teaching upon you, and this uses the class called XSSF workbook. If you are going with XLS, it uses the XSSF workbook class. Okay. Right. Now, so coming back to this Excel, I have opened here the Excel. This is the sheet 1 I'm having here. I'm having the column as age and weight, and particular values for this age and weight, or these are particular values. Okay, so in here the Excel, how the value starts is this first row specifies as the zeroth row, and the first column, this A, specifies the zeroth the row number 1 specifies here the 0 row, and column A specifies the 0. So the age becomes as a 0, 0, the weight becomes as a 0, 1. So here 25 is a 1, 0, and here you can see as the 1, 1. So in this way you need to fetch the values from the Excel. Okay, so this is the function I have written here to read the Excel. I have given as a public static void, so read Excel file. I am passing arguments like integer, row and column. The reason for this is I don't want to have a hard-coded value while running the program. If I'm not going to pass these parameter, I have to pass these row number and column number here. Okay, so to avoid that, I'm doing as a parameter, I'm passing as a parameter here. Okay, so coming to this first line of code, as I told you earlier, we need to open the Excel. So we need to give a path for that. We have a class called file input stream. For the file input stream class, which is we need to create an object for that, and we need to pass a constructor as a path. So this path I have declared as a global variable here. You can see here I have given a path like data. This is the folder I'm having, so data /testdata.xlsx. so you need to be very cautious while giving these names and also this format. If anything goes wrong, you will be getting runtime error. Okay, so coming to the next line, here I have another class called XSSF workbook, which is for XLSX, and I need to create an object for that, which has a WB object. So I need to pass this created file input stream object to this class. Once done, we will be going to the sheet, which is the next in the hierarchy. So for the sheet, we need to again create an object, and WB has another method called get sheet. So inside this get sheet, I need to pass the name of the sheet. So this name you can either hard code it, but I have given as a global variable here. I have a sheet 1. This is nothing but a name of this. You can see here sheet 1. If you are renaming to any other name, you need to specify that name. Okay, so then next in the hierarchy is rows, and under the rows we need to get we need to use the sheet object to get the row number of rows, and in the get row we need to pass the which row we want to get the value. So in the runtime I am going to pass it, so for time being I have passed this parameter here, row. And the next is this, we need to get the cell value, which is our target. So by using this rows object, we have another method called get cell, and here we need to pass the column number, which column we need to get the value. Okay, so once done, the value will be stored here. We are storing the value in the cell dot get string value. Sometime you may get error like null pointer error, or maybe the strings cannot be read in Excel due to formatting issue. So to overcome that issue, I have used here the data formatter class. So what the purpose of this data formatter class is, it formats the value and it gives you the prescribed value rather than giving you any error. Okay, so here you can see I have created an object for this formatter, and formatter is equal to, I have called this formatters and methods getting value. I need to pass this cell value to this formatted cell value. That's it. I can just print it out, this format value. So this is how you are going to read Excel. So let us have a simple example. So I'm going to call this read Excel in the public static void main. So I am passing here the value as 2,1. So it will be going to this particular method, and it passes this 2 to the row and this 1 to the column. So obviously it will comes to and reads the Excel, and it will be going to the particular sheet, and then it goes to the fetches the second row and the first column, and it will format the value, and it will be giving me the output as the particular value. So let me see what value should I get. So I will be getting as 2,1 means this is 0, 1, 2. So 2,1, here 198. Okay, so I need to get us 198. Let's see. Okay, so here you got a value as 198. So this is how you will be using the method for reading the Excels. Okay, so how this can be used in Selenium, you may be asked the question. So what we can do is, most probably you will be having like a driver dot find elements. Here I have not added any Selenium jars, so it will be throwing me something like error. Find elements. Okay, so I will be having like y dot xpath something. Okay, something here, and dot I will be having send keys. So inside the send keys, usually we used to have pass the values, hard-coded values. Here we may pass like something some 25 something, but going forward we can use this method directly here. You can pass this value as here. So what happens is, it will go here and it will get this value. So to get this value, what I need to do is, I need to return the value to this particular method. So I can change this void to a return type. I can have a string, then I can have a return value. So you can have this return as a formatter. Okay, so this how this method will be returning me the formatted value, which goes here and it stores me a value of 198. So we are avoiding the hard-coded value to achieve the data-driven framework. This comes under data-driven framework. Okay, right. So let me now show you how to write something in the Excel. Okay, in the same way, I have another method called as write Excel. As I told you earlier, I am passing the parameters here. Here also we need to use the file input stream, and I am creating an object, and I need to pass the path of that, and then I need to create a object for XSF workbook, and I need to pass that created object, and then again sheet, get the sheet name. Here I am using the sheet name which is the next to this is the sheet name 2, right? I have declared here in the top of this as a global variable, you can see here. Then coming to rows, and as usual here I need to get this from sheet. I need to have another object. So here you will be seeing somewhat different method as h dot create row. So in previous example in reading Excel we saw as sh dot get row. So we were getting the value here. Here we are going to write something here. So we need to give us a create row, the dot create row, and I need to pass that row number here. And then I need to use this row dot create cell. As usual I need to pass this column name, column number. Okay, fine. Then I need to write this cell value. I want to go and write something. I'm going to write as a test something, test writing something. Then what the next step is to, I need to do output stream. I need to write operation. So once I need to do this, I have to achieve by using the file output stream. I need to create a file output stream object, and then I need to pass that Excel here, and then I need to write here by using this XLS object. Okay, so wb dot write. So I need to, in the writer I need to pass this file output stream object. Once done, I will be closing it. So for confirmation, let me write this file is return something. So here when I pass the value in a 1,2, I'm passing is a row number 1,2. It will be going here, and it will be passing this one value here, and it will be passing the 2 for the column, and it will be writing me the this, what is this, I have passed this value, sorry, I'm showing here in this one will be passed in the row, 2 will be passed here, and then in the set cell value I have passing the test writing. So this will be returned in the sheet. Here it should write here somewhere here in 1,2. it will be writing in this place. So let's see. And one more thing, before running this write operation, you need to close this Excel, or else you will be getting a runtime error as some other user is using it. So better close that before using to write it. But for reading the Excel, it's not a matter. Okay, you can even have a close opened. So see, it's returned as a file is returned. So let me go back to this Excel. Okay, here you can see this test writing is written. Here you can give any number of rows and columns, and again if you want to, in a Selenium perspective, if you are getting any values from text, I mean some labels from UI, and if I want to write it in save it in your Excel, you can use this operation to perform it. Okay, so this let me give a summarize on this. We have seen the read and the write Excel. So read Excel is a method I have written here, and we need to specify the file input stream, and we need to create an object for this, and we are passing those object to the workbook, and then we need to go to the sheet, and we need to get the sheet name. Then we need to go to the rows and get the row count, row number, and then we will be getting the cell number, and we will be getting the value. So for you are using a data formatter to format the value, and we are just returning it. Okay, this is for reading the Excel, and for writing Excel we use the same steps, but if you coming to the row, it will be changing us to create a row, and then we need to create a cell, and we need to set a value for the particular method. So once done, we will be writing that by using a file output stream class, and once done we need to close it. So this is the file operation in Selenium we can use by using the Apache Poi. Alright, so I think you have got a good idea on this. Please do exercise, and if you have any comments, please leave it in the comment section, and if you like this channel, please subscribe it. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye bye.